Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive. We're diving into a topic that I'm sure is on a lot of minds these days, artificial intelligence and how it's going to, change the future of work.
Yeah, definitely a hot topic, and one that's sparking a mix of excitement and honestly some anxiety too.
For sure. I mean, we hear all these stories about AI taking over jobs, and it's hard not to wonder what it all means for us, on a personal level.
Right. So, for this deep dive, we're really going to unpack the ways AI is already transforming various industries and what this shift might mean for the jobs of, well, tomorrow, essentially. We've been looking into some recent research and reports, and our goal is to provide you with some solid insights rather than try to make concrete predictions.
Sounds like a plan. So where do we even begin with something as big as AI? It feels like it's everywhere these days.
Yeah, no doubt. It's being used in so many different ways. It can be hard to keep track. But let's start with this phrase we keep hearing, the AI boom. What does that actually look like in the real world? Beyond the hype. Well, I mean, when I think about AI, the first things that come to mind are things like self-driving cars and those chatbots that pop up on every website now.
Those are definitely some pretty visible examples, and they're getting more sophisticated all the time. Self-driving technology is advancing steadily, and those chatbots are often the first point of contact for customers in many industries.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just about those flashy examples, though. Businesses are using AI in all sorts of less obvious ways too, right? Like I've been reading about how AI is being used to analyze huge amounts of data to help companies understand trends and make better decisions.
Absolutely. One of AI's biggest strengths is its ability to process information at a scale and speed that humans just can't match. We're talking about algorithms that can sift through massive data sets and identify patterns, anomalies, things that would take human teams weeks or even months to uncover.
Wow, so it's like having a superpowered analyst working around the clock.
Exactly. And this capability is being applied across so many different sectors, from predicting consumer behavior, like what you and I might buy online next week, to optimizing those complex global supply chains that get products from factories to our doorsteps.
It's mind-boggling to think about the amount of data that's out there and how AI is making sense of it all. It really is changing the game for businesses.
Yeah, and the potential benefits for companies are huge. They can automate processes, boost efficiency, and potentially do more with fewer resources.
Which kind of brings us to the big question that everyone's asking. If AI can do so much, does that mean fewer jobs for people? I mean, that's the fear,
A
right?
natural concern.
Yeah.
It's important to remember that technological advancements have historically always disrupted the job market. I mean, look at the Industrial Revolution. But these shifts have also led to the creation of new industries and roles that we couldn't even imagine before. So it's not a simple equation of AI in, humans out. It's more complex than that.
So it's not just about AI taking over jobs completely, but also about how it might change the nature of work itself.
Exactly. It's about looking at which tasks AI can perform more efficiently and where human skills will continue to be essential. Let's dig a little deeper into that. What kind of jobs do you think are most likely to be affected by AI and automation?
Well, from what I've been reading, it seems like jobs that involve a lot of repetitive tasks, things that can be easily broken down into a set of rules, are the ones that are most vulnerable.
You're on the right track.
Yeah.
AI excels at those kinds of tasks. The ones that involve clear instructions and don't require a lot of adaptability or human judgment. Think about factory work, especially on those assembly lines where tasks are standardized and repeated over and over.
So if a robot can be programmed to do a specific task faster and more accurately than a human, then those jobs are at risk, right?
Potentially, yes. But it's also about looking at the bigger picture within those industries. Even in manufacturing, new roles are emerging to support AI-driven systems, like technicians to maintain the robots, programmers to refine their algorithms, and supervisors to oversee the entire process.
It's like that example of self-checkout machines at the grocery store.
Exactly. That's a perfect illustration. The introduction of self-checkouts has definitely changed the role of cashiers. However, it's also created new jobs. Folks to install and maintain the machines, programmers to keep the software updated, and even customer service reps to help people who might struggle with the technology.
So even in a scenario where a technology seems to be replacing jobs, it's also creating new opportunities that require different skills.
Exactly. The key takeaway here is that AI is often taking over specific tasks within a job, not necessarily the entire job itself.
Right, especially if other aspects of the job involve those uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate.
Precisely. Let's talk about those skills. What comes to mind when you think about the things that AI still struggles with?
I'd say anything that requires, well, genuine human interaction. Things like emotional intelligence, empathy, creativity, problem solving that needs that intuitive spark. Those are the things that make us human, and AI hasn't quite cracked that code yet.
I completely agree. Those are the areas where human capabilities are going to be essential for the foreseeable future.
So, what does that mean for people who are thinking about their career paths? What are some professions that are less likely to be fully automated?
Think about roles that heavily rely on interpersonal skills, emotional intelligence, and the ability to connect with others on a human level. Professions like therapists, teachers, nurses, social workers, these are all areas where human connection is at the heart of the work.
Makes sense. And I imagine creative fields are also relatively safe, right?
Absolutely. Artists, designers, musicians, writers, innovators, anyone who's pushing boundaries and coming up with original ideas, they're going to be in demand for a long time. AI can generate content, but it can't truly replicate the human spark of creativity and imagination.
It's fascinating to see how, even within the tech industry itself, which is driving so much of this AI development, there's a growing need for roles that focus on the human side of things.
That's a really important point. We're seeing a rise in demand for professionals who can navigate the ethical complexities of AI, like ensuring fairness and avoiding bias in algorithms. There's also a need for people who can train AI models effectively, using appropriate data and providing human oversight. And of course, cybersecurity experts are more crucial than ever as our reliance on technology grows.
So even as AI becomes more sophisticated, there's a parallel need for human expertise to guide its development and application responsibly.
Exactly. It's about striking a balance and recognizing that AI is a tool that can enhance human capabilities, not replace them entirely.
So for everyone listening who's thinking, okay, what does all this mean for me? What are some things people can do to prepare for this evolving job market?
Well, the key is to embrace the idea of continuous learning. The skills that are in high demand today might not be as relevant tomorrow. So being willing to adapt, learn new things, and stay curious is absolutely essential.
It's like that saying, the only constant is change.
Exactly. And in this case, the change is happening at an accelerated pace. So people who are proactive about their learning and development are going to be in a much better position to navigate the shifts that are coming.
Right. It sounds like it's not just about learning specific technical skills, but also about strengthening those uniquely human skills that we talked about.
Correct.
Critical thinking, emotional intelligence, problem solving, the ability to collaborate and communicate effectively.
You got it. These are the skills that are going to be valuable across a wide range of professions, regardless of the specific technologies being used.
So the message isn't to be afraid of AI, but to be informed and prepared to adapt.
I like that. It's about embracing the opportunities that AI presents while also recognizing the importance of those human qualities that make us unique and valuable.
Okay, so let's come back to our initial question. Will AI replace human jobs? Based on our discussion, it seems like the answer is more nuanced than a simple yes or no.
Definitely. It's likely that AI will automate some jobs, particularly those that involve a lot of repetitive or rule-based tasks. But it's also going to create new jobs and transform existing ones, requiring us to adapt and develop new skills.
And this whole process is going to reshape our understanding of what work even means.
Absolutely. I think we're just at the beginning of this transformation, and it's going to be fascinating to see how it unfolds.
It really makes you think, as AI becomes more integrated into our work lives, how will it change not just the tasks we do, but also our expectations about what a job should be and, how we measure success and fulfillment?
That's a deep question, and one that's worth pondering as we navigate this evolving landscape.
Definitely something for all of us to consider. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Jump into the conversation and share your perspectives on AI and the future of work with us over on social media platform.
Yeah, let's keep the conversation going.
And as always, thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.